What up, YouTube? It is over here where I'm at. I'm sitting up here waiting for public transportation. Uh, Today I got a chance to look at the exit polls that came from the election. I got a chance to look at the real things that matter. As you know, in these United States, winning a bunch of states only make you look like you good, but it doesn't mean all that on paper. And usually the states only matter when you're in a general election because you don't have to deal with delegates and super delegates. What's up, Kim? Hello, Karen. Actually, you look at the states. I mean, you look at the look. I'm gonna talk about this later on tonight when I get back. If you look at where Biden was versus Clinton in this election, Biden falls short. Most of the states that Biden run, and you know me, I'm going to always tell you the truth or what I believe is the truth. Most of the states that Biden won, majority of them, Republican win those states. They're black conservative states that black church going, traditional church going states like Alabama, South Carolina, North Carolina. Of course, one of them going to win the states, so you know Bernie ain't going to win those states because it's conservative, traditional, black, Bible Belt states. And when you believe in homosexual right, LGBTQT, I can't even say it. When you believe in that, those people ain't ready for that yet. And a whole bunch of other things. They got health care. Most of the older people have health care. They don't want nobody messing with that. So they're not listening to your message on health care. You got to make it clear to them that this thing is not going to be taken away. You're actually adding on to the health care where everybody can have the same health care that you got. Nobody will be denied. So a couple factors that played into this race yesterday. But if you look at the delegate map, you look at the states, you look at the states that Biden won, you look at the states that Bernie won, and you look at the delegate math, it's nowhere near where Hillary Clinton had. Joe Biden actually did worse. And actually, if you look at it, just because you won a state and you found that out in 2016 doesn't necessarily mean you won, because remember, a lot of those states, some of those states Bernie Sanders won in 2016, but Hillary Clinton got a lot of those delegates. Now, unfortunately, there's no super delegates at this point to call the shots. And right now, there will be none. And until we get to that point. But you go to Real Clear Politics, you go look at the exit polling. Actually, most of these states that he racked up were close. When it came to Hillary Clinton, it wasn't close. And I'm going to go through that later on tonight. So this thing, like I said, the news media is going to spin this to make it seem like, oh, it was a blowout and all that stuff. No, because you still got to look at this as a popular, the primaries are a popularity contest, who gets the most votes and who gets the most delegates. And when you win a state, but yet almost split the delegates, you winning is just good on paper. But you having not achieved the point of getting most of the delegates, you can still end up losing. So you look at places like Texas. Last 2016, Hillary Clinton blew Texas out. Bernie Sanders didn't get that many delegates, but they had to split the delegates in Texas. Last election, 2016, Hillary Clinton won California. Bernie Sanders didn't get too much of those delegates. Hillary Clinton got most of it. So actually, Joe Biden got, even though he won on paper, he ain't do that much damage to Bernie Sanders. And I'm going to talk about this a little later on because I think my public transportation is coming. Let me stop. My bus coming, all right? Yeah, I catch the bus. And in New York, you catch public transportation. You don't be riding around trying to drive around here. But like I said, the race isn't all that. So you guys need to get your head up. For those who are looking down, for those who support Bernie Sanders, get your head up. For those who support Biden, it's still a freaking close race. And like I said, last election, Biden is doing bad compared to what Hillary Clinton was doing. Hillary Clinton was mopping the floor in some of these states. And they're not going to talk about that on TV. Mopping the floor in some of these states. And what really got Bernie Sanders to a position where he couldn't get the election is not only the election rigging, the cheating, but the fact that she ended up carrying California, she ended up carrying Texas, and she ended up carrying New York, the three most delegate-rich states and popular rich states in the country. And it's not that way no more, because Bernie Sanders clearly nailed it in California, and he's getting most of those delegates. And in Texas, it was close, super close. They're going to have to split the delegate count. So all these other states that got racked up, Alabama, North Carolina, South Carolina, all that stuff, folks, Democrats don't win those states. That's a Republican. Trump's going to hold those states. Matter of fact, Trump broke the record in voter turnout in a lot of these states. And it was at 90s, in the high 90s. So you think you're going to really be... See, that's why it don't matter in the primary whether you win states like those, because we don't win states like those. So it's just a waste of energy. Sure, go ahead and collect the win. Somebody got to win it. But don't brag about it like you going to win it in the general election. It's not going to happen. Bernie Sanders not going to win it. Joe Biden's not going to win those states. Those are red states, strong red states, and don't matter. Oklahoma too. Now, Arkansas is a little bit different. That's Bill Clinton country, so you knew that was going to go to Joe Biden. He was hoping it was going to go to Bernie Sanders. And another thing I'm going to talk about is Bernie's message toward black people, that he need to cater his policy message, focus on that. Stop bringing us all people when it comes to black people. When it comes to people like us, we don't want to hear that all people message. We don't want to hear that. We want you to tell us what specifically you're going to do. You guys know I always say this all the time. I've said it over and over again. You got to spend quality time in the black communities. Quality time in the black community. Listen to their needs and advocate for it. Listen, write stuff down. Shake your head. Get some understanding. And say what you're going to do moving forward. Even though you have a policy plan that help all people, be specific on how it will help in general with black people, but more importantly, add something on top of that to really secure that black vote. And that's the reason why you didn't. And another thing, just because you have these big rallies don't mean they're going to turn out. You guys got to make sure that people get out and vote. The young population didn't get out to vote. You know, the older population beat them at getting to the polls. So there's a lot of factors in this, but at the end of the day, the race moved forward. I'm glad a lot of these people jumped out. Elizabeth Warren played spoiler. She did what everybody said Ralph Nader did to Al Gore and Bush. She spoiled. Joe Biden could have, there's at least 4 states Joe Biden would have lost in a landslide had not Elizabeth Warren been in the race. She literally spoiled that race. And that was a smart tactic by the DNC to get all the people to drop out, coalesce around Joe, and keep her in, because 4 of those states in the Northeast, Bernie Sanders normally would take it, but because Elizabeth Warren was in the race, she siphoned votes from his base, and that way Biden could take it. We're going to talk about this a little more later on today. But hey, look, now it's on, baby. The race is on. I mean, look, you got to understand. I keep telling you, Bernie Sanders, them people don't like you. The Democratic establishment don't like you. Stop calling him your friend and my buddy and all that kind. He just got on the TV saying the same freaking thing, talking about he don't want to have a nasty debate with Joe Biden. Let me tell you something. You in the debate, you not only talk about your policies, but you talk about people's record. And sometimes you got to be vicious and hard and strong on that. Let me tell you something. You win an election, whether Joe Biden win an election or Bernie Sanders win an election, Donald Trump is going to be viciously after you. He's not going to be playing my friend. My friend. Man, it's like getting in a boxing match saying that's my friend. Y'all may be friend after the, what I want y'all to do, if you get a chance, And this explains what I'm talking about. Go to AEW, that's a wrestling franchise, and go look at that match between Hangman Page, Kenny Omega, and the Young Bucks. Four friends that almost killed themselves trying to win that belt. Yeah, when we get in this ring, we ain't friends. I got an election to win. Take the gloves off, take the gloves off, man. This is a cage fight. You talking about people's lives, man. Forget your freaking party and think about people. Most of Americans are not Republicans or Democrat. Most of them are non-party. They're outside the party. You got to think about the whole entire America. So stop trying to cape for your party and think about fighting for these people out here. Some of these people that are not in your party. And they ain't going to ever be in your party, but they still have needs. So you got to take that glove out. You get a chance, go on YouTube, Google Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Hangman Page. Try to see the story leading up to the match, and you'll realize these are close friends that was a part of this club, this group in Japan called the Bullet Club. They decided to start their own wrestling organization, AEW, and now these guys are battling each other in the ring and halfway taking each other's heads off in the ring. And at the end of the match, you can shake your hand. Now, Hangman Page ain't shaking no hands. He still don't like you. And that's how it is going to be with Trump. Trump don't like you. You don't like with Trump. But this is the time when you need to start battling out. Because let me tell you something, that fool ain't going to take no mercy on you. He ain't take no mercy on those Republicans. He ain't going to take no mercy on you. He went after the Republican Party, Trump. Now, y'all two need to get in there, take off the gloves off, stop this friends BS, and start going over people's record so people can be exposed to what they voted on and what they oppose and what they're for. Now, I'm going to do my part because I know these records. I don't vote on popularity. I don't vote on who you was hanging out with and who you're affiliated with. I'm going straight to your record, and I'm finding out the policies that you voted for. Ain't no way I'm going to vote for a racist on the right, and I'm not voting for a racist on the left. I don't vote for racists. And that doggone crime bill is one of the most racist policies in U.S. history. Anyway, I'm done. What's up, Bonnie? What's up, Anthony? What's up, Karen? What's up, Mike? Mike Lewis? Eric Steele? What's up? David Gregory? Well, my public transportation is here. Karen, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you a little later on the Rock Report. We're going to go over this a little bit more. Holler at you later. Peace.